Wow, where have I been? I have not edited a video in a while. It feels kind of weird. I've just been kind of not really doing much. First of all, I'm in my truck. I've been driving it because it's, I put my 160 degree thermostat back in it and it's been absolutely wonderful. It stopped doing that damn thing where you put your lights and your fan on. That stopped doing that thing where it goes up to maximum temperature. I'll set you guys right there. Hopefully you don't slide around too much. But hang on one sec. I ran over the thing. My garbage can. It's feels like wintertime again. It's like 50 something degrees right now, really wet. It's just been raining the past few days. So I got loads of moisture in my muffler right now. Mufflers. Anyways, truck stopped doing that thing where you put your lights and head or anything electrical. You put the foot on the brake. You know, it puts a little load on the alternator. It would make the engine start to run hot, which is kind of a little weird if you ask me. But basically, I put the 160 degree thermostat back in. I had a 195. We put it in during the winter because Adam thought when he owned it, it wasn't heating up all the way, but trust me, it heats up all the way. But basically the way it works with the headlights and the fan on full blast, it's been running very cool. It doesn't even touch the N on the normal. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna touch it. Plus, it stopped leaking. I put a new gasket on it, so it was leaking a little bit of coolant, and it was just getting nasty down there. But basically, I haven't really made any videos because I haven't had anything new to do to this thing. I'm basically saving money up to buy a Cummins 4BT engine that we are going to stab into this thing. And yes, you heard me right. We tried to do this, we were planning this out earlier, me and Adam, but he didn't have the money to do it himself, but I have a new job now that pays very, very well. And with that, I'll be able to afford these modifications. I'll be making way more than what I make now at Solar World. Actually, I'll get to that in a second. So we're going to put a Cummins 4BT. I think I'm going to use a Dodge Automatic, a brand new one, for Monster Transmissions. That way it's just an easy, get the 6PT parts and made the Dodge training to the Cummins, the 4BT, that kind of stuff. Just makes it easier. And I like the gear ratio of the Dodge Automatic anyways, at least for the diesel one. It's a 0.69 to 1. Fourth gear, so that'll mean I'll be able to do highway speeds with no problems at all. Pretty low RPMs. But anyways, I'm not gonna get on to too much of that because I don't want to say all of what I'm gonna do and then end up not doing it. But I acquired a new job at a paper company, a printing company that's they do packaging. They make paper, they package it, and they print labels or print packaging for companies like Kirkland, Foster Farms, Huggies, pretty much anything that needs a big label to go on its packaging, right? So I got a job there. I'm working with my old supervisor from Solar World that was let go, and during their restructuring, and I got the job there, making somewhere more than 10 an hour. Let's just say that. And basically, my potential working there, I can make enough. If I work my way up, I can make enough to buy a damn house, which I think I'll probably do if I get to that point. I think I can do it. I can be a hard worker. But anyways, I am off this whole week. I basically said to hell with it with Solar World, and I put my 2 weeks notice in Saturday. And just yesterday morning, I went home early. I just clocked out, turned in my badge, and left. I'm just absolutely done with the place. I have a new job anyways. I could start as early as this Thursday, but I chose to start next Monday. That way I have time to rest. I can get some things done around the house. I gotta clean my room. My room's an absolute mess. And I'm gonna learn the how to do my own time. I have to do my time card as a temp, unfortunately, but I need to learn how to do that anyways. So got that to do. Get that set up. Basically, I did all the tests and whatnot, the drug test, background check, I think all that went through. And then I gotta confirm with the temp agency that I want to start Monday so that they can send that info to International Paper. That is who I will be working for. I probably should not have said that, but whatever. Anyways, I am going to Winco to get some food. Not a whole lot. I'm kind of on a tight budget. I have money, but my problem is I have a lot of bills. I have a car payment, insurance, a loan, a credit card. Oh well. But my insurance went up on my Mazda for some reason. I have no idea why. It's like $218 a month, full coverage. $218. I was paying $172, which is about $70 more than I would pay for this for liability. Liability for this is about $100. And so I'm gonna just give my insurance company half. And be like, look, that's all I can give. I am strapped. I'm starting a new job. Don't know when I'm gonna get paid. I'm hoping I get paid from the new job before my car payment is actually due. Then that would mean that I won't be totally fucked and I'll have money. So anyways, driving around, that's the temp gauge, and the heater's working fantastic right now. This is with the wipers on, headlights, and the fan on full blast. It is running right there. That's actually what my Explorer used to run at. It wouldn't even touch the N, even on a hot summer day. Oh, I'm just gonna run with it. Oh yeah, look at my freaking clown hair. I'm getting a haircut this week, for sure. For sure. Okay, and I'm back. I got some food. It's getting to be wintertime. It's actually kind of my favorite time. All right, let's see. Do we have carburetor boil over? Not as much. Still needs a spacer, but you know what? I'm not gonna bother with it because I know it'll start every time, even if it takes just a little bit longer. Because we're gonna be putting a diesel in this. I'm thinking I might be able to put a diesel in this by the end of the year. Maybe early next year. thinking real soon because it's about $2,500 on average for a Cummins 4BT from eBay, which is pretty cheap, and they're usually low mileage. But I gotta call around some of these local shops or salvage yards and see if they have maybe like a bread van, and maybe pay them to pull the motor if it's feasible. You know, the most I would pay is about $3,000. I'm already looking at about $2,700 for a tranny because I'm not gonna give them a core. And I'm thinking a Monster transmission or AutoZone. I would feel more comfortable with Monster transmission, but either one will do. So about $500 for a transmission controller for that particular tranny, and then I think I'm probably looking at maybe $500 or something for a drive shaft. I want a definitely bigger, sturdier drive shaft than what's on here now. Maybe a bigger yoke at the differential so that it just is stout. And even though the motor that's going to be put in here makes 265 foot-pounds of torque, I'm still going to beef it up a little bit. I'm going to throw some bigger injectors in it, a fuel pin, and then we're going to put a little bit different turbo on it. Not necessarily a larger one, but just a little bit higher quality one, a little bit nicer. Yeah, stuff like that. Definitely new gaskets and a water pump and thermostat. You know, pressure washing. Yeah, oven cleaner and then pressure washing, and respray so it looks brand new. But basically, I figured, you know, $5,000 to $6,000 maybe to get everything I need. Maybe a little more. I may look at a max of 10 because, you know, I want to get there's a manifold that I want to get for it. It's a newer style manifold, not a newer style. It's a CNC machine billet exhaust manifold and a new turbo, and that right there is about $2,000. So I'm looking at spending some money, but this new job will permit it. It's gonna be very nice. So I figured even after the performance upgrades, it should still get about 20 to 25 in the city. You know, I really do not want it to get better gas mileage than my Mazda, but I want it to get better gas mileage than this. I want it to be double than this, but slightly less than my Mazda, because then if I get 35 in the city and a half-ton truck, what is the point of having my Mazda? What is the point, really? If it gets better gas, if it gets double the gas mileage, or close to, because I could easily put a 38-gallon tank in the back, a 20 in the front, have 58 gallons of gas, and be able to do 2,000 miles without ever having to fill up. That's a lot of miles. That fuel would last for me months. Absolutely months. So, you know, I would be happy if it got 18 in the city. 18 is fine. And 25, 26, maybe 30 on the highway is good. I just don't want it to get better than my Mazda or my dad's car. That would just be ridiculous. Like, then why don't they just put diesels in all these cars, really? Yep, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun project. Having to move, I'll probably have to move my transmission cross member. I'll probably, I still don't know how the motor's gonna bolt into the frame. I've heard rumors of being able to like drill some holes into the Ford mounts and then bolt them into the Cummins mounts. It just is new to me. I don't know. And every time I look up parts, like kits, it's always for some specific, you know, 2000 and up Ford Power Stroke. I'm not doing that. I'm doing a 82 F-150 V8 to Cummins conversion, 4BT Cummins, mind you. And I'm using the Dodge 48 RH tranny. I mean, I'm not using a 5R100 or anything. This is a completely different application. I just need the goddamn motor mounts to mount the engine to my frame, right? And then I'm just gonna use a 6BT Cummins to Dodge tranny adapter and flywheel, and then call it good. That's the main purpose of why. The other reason why I'm using that tranny is because it's just gonna be easier for me. I think. I'm hoping. Cheaper. I'm gonna keep it under $10,000 this project. And of course, I'm gonna get the rear end rebuilt. I was thinking earlier of not putting a limited slip in it. I forgot my reasoning on why to not do that. But anyways, we're back home. I'm gonna edit this video up, put it up so you guys have something to watch. Check this out. Temp gauge is right in the middle there the whole time. Right here, like just in between the C and that first bracket. Oh yeah, so you know how I need a new headliner, right? Well, check this out. So at Solar World, in the new department that I started working in for a month, we this is the back sheeting that would be on a solar panel. The white sheet that kind of is sandwiching the wafers in between another clear covering. Anyways, when they change the rolls out for these, we're left with a bunch of excess, or the tool that's pulling this material through just decides to cut a bit off if it has a defect. And I got quite a bit of roll here, and just the length of this goes way right here. And I have enough length, I think, to go from that end to this other end. So I think what will happen is we'll clean up this foam off of here, respray it with some 3M adhesive, and lay this on there, and then have a new headliner. I know it'll look weird having white, but it'll be better than nothing.